you are whatever type you are developing, you know, so you are in a process. So it may be in a certain way. Some people are in a certain way when they are young, but then, you know, they are skinny and all of that, and then as they get older they become pretty chubby, but they were meant to be chubby, so to say. But there's something interesting there, is that in our essence, we have some of this. It's a tendency. Like the martial is more like active, driven, fighting, competition. The Saturn is more like a quiet and a leader. So there are certain tendencies that kind of happen innocently somehow. It's some kind of innocently. There's no big sense of identity in them. Yeah. So, but then those tendencies, they get with the big sense of identity, separate identity, and a false personality starts developing around those tendencies, and they become chief feature. Yeah, that's the idea. So then that's why, as we diminish the chief feature as a false personality, then we are left with certain tendencies. Like for me, like with the Saturn, is like, so if I really work sincerely about it, I will let go of this tendency to tell people what to do and what's right for them, and to have this compulsive teaching when people don't ask me. And, you know, like in false personality, the dominance is telling people what they should do and what's their problem, and it's trying to give them advice and to try to do this although nobody asked, and so that kind of diminishes, and I'm okay to let people be whatever. But there is some tendency, you know, it's nice to explain, to teach, to put things in perspective, to have an overview. So, you know, it's kind of peeled off, and it remains a tendency rather than like, oh, me here, like, yeah. So maybe with vanity, it could be that instead of being all about me and like inflated vanity, instead of being, look at me, trying to get attention, trying to be recognized, trying to consider myself as special. I feel as an ego, I'm special, I'm better, I'm superior, I know better, people don't know, I'm uniquely special and better. Yeah. Now this can diminish a lot, and there can be more like, hey, enjoying to be acting, or to be kind of active in some way, to be in the light somehow, in enjoying to. Also, they say some tendency with vanity is that the desire to do things well. This is interesting. To master something, to be good at something, you know. So, but definitely all this self-deprecation, self-pity, that can really go. It's not necessary. It's not real. Also, on the Enneagram, the idea was that you are born a certain type or a combination of type. And the idea, Rodney Collin actually talks quite a bit about it. As we work on ourselves with consciousness, the idea is that we are freeing ourselves from the unconscious, involuntary, negative aspects of our type. And then we retain the qualities or tendencies of our type. And then we keep moving on the Enneagram, basically starting to go towards the conscious qualities of the next type on the movement. So for me, let's say Mercury was like a Mercury Saturn, yeah? And so it'll be like a sneaky and dominant, kind of vain and like hidden and all of this. So the idea is to let go of this mercurial shadowy aspect, and then be in integrity, and develop the Saturn-Mars, go towards Mars, develop the ability to be direct, straightforward, no bullshit, not beat about the bush. And the idea is that as we do this, one kind of goes through all the types, and then one becomes a new, more like harmonious new thing. I don't know. Yeah, that's some of the idea. So then it's kind of harder to know what type you are, although the body may still reveal, you know. So one becomes like a more complete and less obvious, like a more complete whole, all types.